Yeah, I was just sitting at home today and I was thinking about cracking out some slabs. So, slabs are great for ancient coins if you don't know anything about ancient coins and you need somebody else to vet it for you. I think they're perfectly okay for people who accept them and need them. For ancient dealers like myself and others in the industry, we don't really need them. So, we usually guarantee what we sell, and there's really no reason to put them in here. I mean, here's a Athens coin that I cracked out earlier tonight, and on it, their attribution or their quality control here says they made a comment that has an edge cut. I don't really see an edge cut. Now that I got it open and I look at it, it's kind of a problem. Again, these are just opinions. And again, there's nothing wrong with anybody at NGC in grading ancients. They're both of the guys there that do it are fantastic numismatists. But I can understand if they're grading thousands and thousands of coins, they're going to get a different grade each time. You get a lot of consistency, but here and there, if it's on the edge, it's going to go one way or the other. I think the problem with slabbing ancient coins is that there are so many different, hey Bjorn, how's it going? There are so many different attributes to look at besides strike and surface. There's artistic quality, there is porosity of the metal, and they mentioned some of this. A coin like this is a Macedonia under Roman rule, and they typically always come pretty high grade for the most part. So I don't really think the strike or the surface really means a whole lot. And whenever we crack these things out, we always keep the tag. So if somebody decides they actually want to get it put back into the slab, they can. Now, NGC can put a different grade on it if they don't agree with it the second time around, in case the coin was altered, which is fair. But I keep them just in case somebody does want to reholder them. So the best way to do it, I'm sure everybody's got their own way of cracking these things out. My guys at the store, they crack out US coins with a big cutter that they do on the side, and they kind of jam it open. And I usually give it to my US guys because most guys in the US industry are so good at cracking out. If you look at the population reports in US coins, you'll see why. And I don't think the grading companies really care because they just make more money when they're resubmitted. Hey Greg, how's it going? So if you look on the edge of the coin or the edge of the slab, there's you'll see a little seam there. And basically, if you just kind of get it in there and kind of bang it in there and get it in there deep, and kind of twist it, and you can see it opens right up. Not too hard, pretty easy. And let me just pop the coin out. And I mentioned this before, the difference between holding it in here and holding it in here with your hands, there's really nothing like it. Anybody who has held an ancient coin, it's not like US coins where you're worried about getting marks on them, they don't, or fingerprints, or you have to hold it on the edge. It's really not necessary with ancient coins. You don't really have that same issue. So hold them all you want. The beauty of holding something 2,000 years old is that you can actually hold it in your hand. It's a beautiful thing. And then, when you want to look at it really up close, instead of looking at it through plastic, looking at the coin, really getting up close and turning it so that you can see the sheen on the coin and you can see the luster on the coin. You can really study the edge. Whether I'm looking at a fake coin or an authentic coin, to be able to study all aspects of it up close is super important, and you learn every single time. So to actually have it behind plastic and to allow 2 people or 3 people to actually grade it and put it in this thing and just assume that what they see is that's it isn't I don't think that's really what coin collecting was all about. Anyway, I just want to share, again, nothing wrong with keeping them in here. I just find it much more rewarding to hold it in your hand. So thanks. Have a good night, guys.